I have the opinion that federal government didn't take necessary measures that would have contained the spread of the virus in Nigeria, because it took the federal government a long while to shut down the borders, land borders, sea borders, and what have you, even flights. That was when, after we have recorded so many cases of the virus in so many states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But be that it may, the federal government has done well, so far so good, since when the cases have been reported in Nigeria, since the Italian came in, and we had a lot of things that happened thereafter. So federal government, through the relevant agencies, Federal Ministry of Health, National Disease Control, and what have you, have done so well, to contain the virus, tracing, treatment, test centers, kits, tracing of contacts, and what have you. And especially the lockdown that we have in FCT, Lagos, Ogun State, and in some states of the Federation is really helping, because like we have seen cases of so many other developed nations, the COVID-19 had really gone beyond what they could curtail because they took it for granted. They did not take necessary measure in time to have asked people to stay indoors, to have lockdown, social gatherings and what have you. They were still having, the normal time, in liberal way of, enjoying life. And before they knew it, the virus has really eaten deep into their nations. And like what we have seen in Italy, like what we have seen, in China, even in America, and as we speak, because we have the highest number of deaths, in America as we speak, globally. So Nigerian government has not done badly in the containment of the virus. So many people have the opinion that the lockdown order is not in order because of the economic, challenges that Nigerians are facing, that the government could not, could not have provided the necessary palliatives that would have reached every nook and crannies of the nation. But be as it may, that's just the best we could do, because we are a heterogeneous nation. The nation is very big, most populous black nation. So we have the population that, if we are not very careful, it could easily spread. That it will be very difficult for the government to curtail. So nationally, the government has not done badly. And coming here to Oyo State, to be honest with you, the governor is in charge. I give so much kudos to Engineer Seyi Makinde for his being proactive. So far so good. In the containment of the virus. As we speak, the state has 11 cases, 5 discharged, 6 active cases. And if we look at the progression, the rate at which it has been progressing, we say that it is really under control. Because if not, we would have had so many cases compared to what we have in other states, that are even closer to Oyo State. We see the progression of the virus. So Oyo State government is not even doing badly, tracing of contacts, treatment of people that are infected, and also containment of, the other restrictions that have been put in place. In so many states, what we see is that less than 20, 30 gathering. As the government said 10, maximum of 10 people. That should not be in a location, and wherever you are, trading or whatever you are doing, there should be social distancing, and that is being well closely monitored. Because even I have seen so many agencies or food vendors, whatever, that state government through Ministry of Health wrote to that they should acknowledge certain guidelines, certain restrictions to curtail the spread of the virus. So the state government is not doing badly, so far so good. And also on the lockdown, total lockdown, there are so many people who have the opinion that the proximity of Oyo State to Ogun State and Lagos State should have made the governor, should have compelled the governor to also lock down Oyo State. That might not really be necessary, because Oyo State is, to a very large extent, a civil service state. People depend on their daily needs, daily going out to fulfill their economic needs, to fulfill their economic responsibilities. So if the governor were to have locked down the whole state, it will be very, very difficult. It will be very, very difficult. Even Lagos State has been the economic giant of Nigeria. As we see, we can see a lot of security challenges that have ensued because, of the federal government and state government's order of total lockdown there. So what the government has done in Oyo State for a curfew of 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. is good, and at least people could have skeletal trading activities to sustain their economic needs.